So what are you going to get me? Hmm? Hmm. Look at my setup here. All right, I'm just ready for war with the aliens up in here. Usually don't eat here. I have not. When did I eat? Today. Wow. It's quite possible that I haven't eaten since. See, I got up, drank the coffee, just trying to recount my day. So I'm gonna be going deeper into the solar flare effects. Look at this stuff. It's like I'm a bag lady. Just put a little this here, a little this here. Just like the apocalypse of digital items. But I'm still missing what would be good as my battery pack. What we're really missing is like the webcam. So let's check this out. Hang out here for approximately 2.5 hours. This is going to be a long time. So I think this might be today the longest, like, I don't know. This is marathon level. Oh, you don't like this? Be ready. Oh, I wasn't expecting the possibility of this. He's sleeping. Baby man is sleeping over there. Oh, ringing in the ears. Here comes the voice to skull. Near, 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 near. Oh, this is a big one. Here. And that happened right after going live. Now it's gone. All right. So you got some lessons here for me. And I'm sure I've talked to you about this before. Yes, I have. This is tourmaline. And I read only recently that this helps with the intensity from the solar storms. Now, this is very much connected to the aurora borealis. It's called labradorite, right? So people, I want to learn more about if you look at the video on 2025 Countdown, for the first time I do a nice, because he subbed, um, not confrontation. I was in nice guy mode. Discussion about how it felt having a falling out with Oppenheimer Ranch. What you talk about there? But essentially, I'm willing to work with him. Suspicious observers, if they're willing to grow with me and me with them. I'm willing to grow up in some ways, evolve in some ways, and learn from both of them. And from learning from both of them in aspects of Grand Solar Minimum, what aspects of it may be true, maybe we can get a better grasp on what this solar flash, or however they're defining it, is going to be. Okay, I probably sound tired. You may not want to tune in tonight since you've probably been watching me all day long, so I probably shouldn't be expecting much. However, due to the energy in the air, what's happening with me is I can't stop talking. So I continue to discuss topics hour after hour. And so one of the things that I'll talk about is just continue to recount what was going on behind the scenes when I was doing podcasts today, when I was doing videos today. Now, I just came from the park and my battery bank died. And this is a light that I can use for illumination. They're pretty common now. They weren't as common before when I was doing these. And this is for getting online. Alrighty then. So I have some crystals here. Probably used to be able to smoke in Denny's back in the day. So this is sugarite. And sugarite goes on the laptop. And there are my bracelets. This would be a good night to pop up in the chat. And some people are going to be up late. And the title is nothing fancy. But we can, if I can get some good life coaching from people that really know their stuff on YouTube, we can make improvements. 800 views almost on the video talking about Biden, Trump, Harris. Is it a false flag? And today there were 15 new subscribers. Now I want to talk about this. There's competing songs here. There's a sleeping guy with his cell phone on, which has got a frequency going on. Yeah. And then he got this. So I'm going to be moving probably for this marathon broadcast. I'm not here to attack anyone, berate anyone, or to demand anyone. And I'm not mean to these people. And the black cook here has been nice to me, one of them. The other just sticks to himself and has got this gangster vibe. But the other one, who's tall, he's just trying to keep everything friendly and listening from a distance to different sound bites of what I'm saying. And then nodding his head and then offering me food and or coffee, which I'm not accustomed to. Never, what? Oh, I'm good. I'm not used to niceness. And they have, I shouldn't judge her for who she dates, his height, his phone, the phone. People live hard lives here. Sorry, yeah, it is. There are good songs. Whatever's going on with Denny's AI, I don't know if it's like the same channel. So we'll talk about what are the main lessons, and I'll be receptive and attentive. I'm being such a dork tonight. Hey, what's your name? You do OnlyFans? Oh shit, I didn't mean to put that tape on Pornhub. Well, she said she wanted to be a porn star. Hey, do you guys know I can do comedy and kid shows? I have talents just oozing out of my eyeballs. What's up, bro? He's dead too. Yeah, he's still mad at me. So anyway, bro, I didn't do shit to you. You need to chill. These lines are just trippy, aren't they? I'm telepathing with you. You're like, this dude is just What's her name? No, she's not a prop. I'm retorting to the lady across the seat. She's not a prop. You put props. She's not a prop. I just know she's looking. Nobody looks at me in regular society. But see, that's off of some synthwave. Okay, this I got to get rid of this. I'm not a Roman. It was a joke. It was a joke. The whole thing about that is I don't know. It's it gets people's attention, but I like 7 likes. We already did this earlier, didn't we? Well, it's on randomize, so you don't know what you're gonna get. This came from the Sufi Realities channel. Ooh, this guy. I wish I could hit pause. Well, and it's oh yeah. But basically, now we're moving on. The woman's hair up, he was suggesting was like an antenna for the jinn, and I'm like, oh wow. Now that's something else. I put the COVID mask over my eyes and my mouth. A couple of people left. They're like, he's doing this again? Oh no. Yeah, it's kind of like that. But once people start talking and filing in, oh boy. Once people start, I'm just kidding. You deserve more. 18 inches more. Oh my God, that guy, Alex, was asking questions. Wants to know if are you for real, dude? What are you writing a book? Well, not yet. I'm only 12, but eventually. This post, man, this is not, don't judge a man by his tongue. Oh, this is interesting, so it keeps going. No, I'm not Haram. You're Haram. These people. But what are the lessons in our life? Well, friends don't let friends watch Gin and Juice. It's just that simple. How do people think he's a renegade? We were hatched in an insane asylum, all to be prepared to beat lunch for 2025. Because they're coming to eat us, Barbara. They're coming to eat us. And your little 4 concurrent viewers, what a reward. And your little dog Dodo, too. It's still 2025. I see you, baby. Shaking that ass. Shaking that ass. Lady, it says 2025 countdown. You want to see the wee-wee? 2025 countdown. Members area, only fans. Now, can you imagine the type of content that I would create? I've got the scripts ready. All different types of plots of decent people getting together and making super babies that will slay the dragon. And parental instructions, off-the-grid living handbooks for the post-apocalyptic. Oh, yeah. Ooh. Oh. Yeah. Oh, you're thinking, I'm reading your mind. But this is, I hope you understand that eyeball pick of the, let me tell you what. Oh, come on, show me it again. Wait. Can I go back? Yeah. See? Beauty. Some people have beauty. Some people, I just took this image as just the craziness in our world. This is what those designer drugs do. Oh, that's deep. So I have another prediction for the future. In the future, in the year 2000, in the year no. Where was I on that? The drip. Where you drip it in the eye, and then you start seeing shit. Ooh. But then also another drip that's like attached to your head. And you like drip it here. And like for those that are like, got the money, honey. You drip, drip, drip. Drip, drip, drip. There you go, new prediction. That'll be $20. Have you ever gone like to a random psychic fair and sat down and she's like, hey, I just thought I would. I see nothing. You're confused. You know, here, that'll be $20. Durango Health Fair. All right, so what do you want to talk about? Makeup? Zombies? What are the main lessons in our life about pretty forms of life that deep down within are poison? Your poison running through my veins. Know what I mean? You hear? Poison. Poison. The night shines so bright. Oh, another X. Why can't they just stay out of my head? See, the problem, the lessons in our life. You left, person, right as you're about to get the jewels. But what can I expect from you at 2 o'clock in the morning? Like, this guy's high as fuck. You don't know. You don't know the truth. What's the truth? The problem is I'm not high as fuck. You are, and I'm not. Okay? What I am is transforming into fat smoker. And we're going to go downtown. Downtown Portland, Oregon. Broadcasting. And look at this. This is a very unusual image there. Oh, they're gonna go wake him up. This is funny. There you go. You got Ooh. All I gotta do is get a basic tutorial and just be nerdy with it. And oh yeah, the type of way I can oh no, get rid of that. Just no. Belly. You're gonna attract that guy again. He's gonna be like, fatty liver disease. Told ya. Nope. Look at that. What do you think about that? Cool. He's got some weed. I told him. Oh, she's missing. Where'd she go? The thing is, sometimes... Oh, here's another one. So, are they not reading the Quran or what? What's going on over there? Like, thou shall not, like, try to look like a Barbie doll. Well, you know what, Daddy? We're going to do that. Oh, God. What are the lessons in our life? Well, see no evil, hear no evil. I didn't do nothing. Well, that was a fun day. What's the lessons in our life? We're in a meat farm. Look, I could just mention 100 things that we learned in our life. We get one of you to be a nerdy guy. We speak it out over the course of hours. Then we get editors and transcribers. Follow with me now. Then we put on Amazon. You, me, and a couple cowboys and cowgirls created content in a tent. Now, hang on there. Not occupied. Chill. And we took off the blinders. And then we got all serious with it. Okay. I don't know if randomizer is good. We can get a lot done. And I talked about this years ago. What are the lessons in our life? Ooh. What are the big ones? Start with the big ones. Our attention is powerful. And the attempt to manipulate our thinking is so powerful, they will straight up give us free phones and data now. Where years ago, when I worked for AMTV, briefly, Chris Green, I had to pay $100 a month for a crappy Verizon, in which they only, so I didn't get to watch any naughtiness, any YouTube. All I got to do was just download images for AMTV. It sucked working for him. He never even liked talking to me. And I'm like, dude, you need to learn about what's coming in America because you're an idiot. So the whole thing that I worked for him was like a big practical joke that I hope blows up in his face, metaphorically speaking. God bless Chris Green. I say I'm Christian now, but a Gnostic. I think you need to come to light and hang out with me. I think you need to invite me to the big app. Oh, Chris, can I hang out with you? Oh fuck no, I do want to not. That's my new girlfriend too. Hung out with her. So, um, oh wow, what an angel, angelic, interesting. She gets a pass. Yeah. They're very interested in controlling our mind and getting us to look at certain images, meaning our attention is powerful and meaning that we are powerful, and that we are most powerful during these solar storms. Well, lessons in our life, my life as a content creator. Are you serious? We're going to be dead by 2025. Do you think that? And do you see how that stuff will go viral? The slide I was looking at. We'll come back to it. And maybe watch the video ourselves. Very viral video. Are we dead by 2025? No, said the pendulum. What a dummy. That's so SO. Okay, stop dissing the dude. David, hang out. Let's hang out. I'll come to New Mexico. Actually, never mind. Actually, hey, I have an idea. Call me. Oh, fuck. Make the national news out of the incident. What? Well, it's early. The schlongs are in the house, and the ladies are like, you know what? And that's traditionally the demographic. The lessons in our life are the evil powers that be in New York City have this waiting for you if you end up low income and stuck in one of their hellscape. So our attention is powerful, but they don't want us to know it. And there is certain we're manipulated through our senses based on things that are natural, that are human. You know, the manipulate. Oh, look at another picture. And so this whole thing was very much contrived. This type of fighting type of a thing was very much contrived. The lessons in our life is that if they're manipulating that fight, then they're probably manipulating other things. We'll see if anybody's in the chat. I'm going to adjust the audio here. There is another video that I'm going to play later. I'll talk about that later. Let's see what else. I'm just going to read a few headlines in case something really crazy is happening. A couple people in the diner, so I'm getting a little quieter. I might move over to the other side if the other people left, so I can get louder. Walmart issues major recall. Oh, I was going to talk about security going up at all the grocery stores. Walmart issues major recall in 20 states over concerning food. What? Stand by. Okay. Roll it like this. Here. So I showed you a picture of somebody with a nice eye. What do you think she reminded me of? And when I met her, I met many people here. I was trying to share. I didn't get into this stuff, but I did in a way. Anywho, Sufi Rawat is explained in a rational way, maybe why people cover from a non-crazy, yalla bing bong perspective, and he talked about the hair as an antenna for them, the jinn, so that there's a reason why some people cover up because of the energy. And then he talked about covering and look at this image, repeat after me, I will never be poor, claim it. That's not spiritual, because what will you do for money? Honey, with your phone. So that's the thing. I believe the same thing, but by being poor, and having less. Liz, my amen here is like, what, bro? You're on crack. I'm not listening. Look at this. This is on Facebook. This is the type of stuff. That's a good position, though. But see, this is the stuff that they're allowing. And it's great because we're adults, right? It's entertaining. But this is a world where they just took off the handlebars. And look at this title: Cops Arrest Sexy Latina. Happy emojis. And it creates that fantasy world, basically. And then they got this one: women post picture on the internet. All these dudes. I don't know, where did I get this from? I feel like that's some of the people I've talked to here that I try to give the channel to. All right, let's see if anyone's in the chat. Okay, we have 6 viewers. What would be the next major? This uncontrolled technological push is just leading to what some call singularity. What I'm thinking, because I've been talking about the grid going out for a long time, but I don't think that God's going to rescue us this soon. That we're going to keep going and assimilating further and further. So I gave you a few predictions earlier in the show. The drip, and all this stuff they put in Hollywood, still a little something to put in the eye to cause you to maybe hallucinate or party better. Basically dopamine manipulating drips that are different types of future drugs. Anyway, there's a movie also that's a dystopian movie called Dread. Is it Dread? Where there's a housing project and they call it something a slow-mo. And they're all in these like super high. Anyway, the future is here. My friend was joking, like, is that what you wanted? Because I got out of permanent housing. I left that, threw it back, and came in to live with a person that at times I argue with. But I couldn't live in that environment because in some of them, they let it get out of control. So the lessons in our life, they have manipulated some of us to not want family or to leave family. Although life was for my mom was hard. Maybe she had to get rid of me because her bringing me in this world brought her heat from them. Because they saw me coming and what I would talk about years later. And that's why I'm ready to talk to let's talk about David. Why did David and me feud in the way that we... There are these interesting slides I'm trying to catch. I talked in the other video about this is how a lot of churches feel to me locally. Like a do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. There's way more of you that seem to be watching now that I'm mixing it up, the images. And there's a lot more I can do once I learn how to use the software to go from video to image and then bring up a video and then bring up a soundtrack. Fortunately, right now we just have one song playing. Oh, is that the recent? So look at how I'm approaching 333. And then after that point, YouTube's just going down. That's an old school prediction of mine that hasn't come true, but it sort of went down. But went down, it's no longer cool, but it like go down. But years ago, were like view counts rolling backwards and jumping up and down and winking at you and blowing you kisses. I have these weird dystopian like perceptions of the future that we're gonna wake up and be like looking at our computer and they're gonna be looking back at us, like filming us going, "Hi." This one's good because a lady that watched my channel freaked out on me for having this perspective, proving to me that she's one of the, people that are. Oh boy. No, let's be dishonest. They were beat up trying to save a woman from an ass kicking. Stomped into the ground, man and woman. Therefore, if you're a giant who's never boxed, don't assume that your giant status is going to intimidate a psychopath. If you haven't dealt with, and I haven't dealt with a lot of conflicts, so I'm going to avoid fights. Could I have gotten into, I have new stories for you. Hey, Gypsy, where you at? We ain't going to take the time to listen to 12 hours a day of my content. If you are, roll, bro. No, I just want to show you this. This came from somewhere. Well, I'll show you this slide when I bring it up. Forget it. So I do show you the data of what people are willing to say. And so the lessons in our life is people get more into the technological aspect of this stuff. That's going to be the replacement. And then it randomly came to this. Then people are chained now to these false reality and friends. So it seems like for whatever reason we're in this. That's the slide there. Do you believe women lose respect for men who show vulnerability? Here, in my relationship in 20 years, looking at 3.3 million views I've had in all these years, pretty small for 20 years. So how many women would be out of that? What, maybe 60? According to algorithmic data, 90% male, but doesn't give racial data. It messes with us on the racial and doesn't promote real equality and non-racism. You already know where I'm going with that. I'm just stating that now, that I'm against racism, and a lot of the internet is promoting it. A lot of the internet is promoting racism and conspiracy theory, and I'm against them, which is why I'm a renegade who fears for my life. I think some of them are real Nazis that run this shit. The way they make stuff up about this group, the other group, and I'm saying to everybody, they're running everything through the phone so they can know what zip code of people are in and create a riot and tell people go here, and they can do it from China to create chaos. So I'm here, been doing podcasts for a couple of months, and they're being nicer to me than Starbucks, but people are starting to talk now, and I'm pinching myself about the grid, about getting prepared, about look at this, look. Many topics that I've written about for years are going viral, and in a short span of time, possibly I can write that third book. And maybe the autobiography is too soon, but the lessons in the world is you can talk on YouTube, and yet you will never reach many people if you never write a book. And you can't obsess then on your YouTube audience being those readers, giving credit where credit is due. And I'll just change up the slides later, but keep doing this. Because I'm telling you, I promote white women that will talk about the truth and acknowledge people that have exposed racism. But if people want to ignore these things and act like things, then I'm just not going to play into this princess programming. Those two women in the images I showed you talked about Dion Fortune, the magician who fought Hitler with the powers of her mind. Sure, there was a real war, but there was a hidden war that was happening behind the scenes. So people can say to me, like this comment, you should get checked out for schizophrenia, brah. Trust me, I know. What? The perception of demonic attacks? Hey, maybe you should. Well, her hair is pink. Beautiful black lady with pink hair. Give me a call sometime. But no, I don't need schizophrenia. No. Now, I've given my card out to a lot of different women of different demographics, but they're all kind of don't. So I try not to go back and bother them. Oh, the slides coming up are synchronistic. I don't think AI's run the show, but this was the kind of flow that I had back with Bill Olson, and I hope he's doing well. I don't know if I'm going to choose to eat here tonight. We have 3 concurrent viewers. I'm going to pause for a minute. Yeah. I don't know how long David's been watching the channel. I'm assuming he's been watching for a while. Then he showed up over at... Oh, David likes trolling me. I'm kidding. A person I had a falling out with who's a solar researcher who's famous and prominent. Maybe not famous, but I don't watch his channel. And I talked about it in the other video. And I feel like it is a shame. Also weird photos, auto-suggested on Facebook. Look at that one on the left with the female and the giant. It's just unusual. Chimney Rock is what I would tell him. That if he sees something in me talking about China, heaven forbid, he is too, and powers of the mind and solar flares, if he ever went down that rabbit hole. And I connected the dots with Chimney Rock. And so if I was to return to the great state of Colorado, I would want to be on a good plot of land where I can be free. I'm just showing you here what they're saying, so I'm not alone. There's many comments talking about the racism at that store. So I talk about take a couple snapshots so you can see, and then I can maybe show you some other reviews of other businesses, and you can read the review and go, the fuck? And so what we learn about this world is that these screens are portals. And there's several stages that the portals come in, or the beings come in. They were pretty in that level. The pretty beings coming in once they see you or we talk about them and they look back. But then the other image or side that he had was something not so pretty. And like they took it from a movie or something where it comes in, and it's all pretty, feminine looking, and then boom, comes out and the eyes get red and it's emitting. Again, I'm highly concerned about this one. This child wrapped up in Verizon saying, we can't help you with your holiday drama. And it seems to be poking fun at human trafficking because she's all wrapped up in a bow on Christmas. And these things do happen. Now, there was a story about a woman that was body slammed to the ground. And this would be, again, indicative of the anger during the solar flares. I mentioned there's a lot of local stories about people in stolen car DUI crashes, where they just crash into somebody, in some cases kill them on accident, supposedly, and then they run away. And it seems like there's been a sharp rise in, like, the vehicle plowing thing. Before this event happened, I was thinking and wondering a lot about the events being really that. There's a ton of stories about pedestrians being hit. Now let me tell you something, Sunshine. I'm not attacking you if you played that game. You know what I'm talking about. The game that beats the prostitutes and runs people over. It is GTA. I played Grand Theft Auto for a while, and it glamorizes so much of that stuff. I don't watch this lady's channel because I don't want her to radicalize me into being like, a player or something. And then it's just social media memes. I'm going to change this up in a day or two, and then grab a few more. But I just call to say, F you. You didn't give me no money, so I'm going to call you a vampire forever. You energy vampires. Okay, bad joke. No, this crazy Nazi-looking Viking guy. This was on this guy's video of the guy who screamed at me, who invited me to Costia County. So I took a screenshot of it going, that's your video? So let's talk about this real quick. I'd like to learn more about crystals. That's what I was going to say. If I was to visit David in Pagosa, I don't know if he has visitors again, but he's a public person who tells a bunch of people he's in Pagosa. Like, who knows how many people know that he's there. There's Carl. Oh, missed it. This is carnelian. No, I don't know what this is. It's a chakra stone that I probably spent too much for. And this is carnelian. So I don't know much about stones, but I know that I love them now and was introduced to them as a kid. And not everything that my mother introduced me to was bad, per se. I think I'd have narrowed down on well, that was turquoise. That's labradorite. Labradorite is connected to the aurora borealis. There's some sort of amber something that, I don't know. I wasted a few dollars on some things that didn't seem to be. And every pendulum, I lose. And I know those of you that are Orthodox Christians, you're like, I don't think it's demonic. It's how you use it. People that box and punch aren't demonic. If you beat innocent people up, okay. If you're defending yourself and others without a gun, even better. Think my dad being anti-martial arts when I was working out. Oh, that's another story for another time. The lessons of my life. Your parents can show you deep levels in hypocrisy. So you go from getting my face cut me hit in the back at age 16, and he's like intimidated or something and starts screaming at me, "Oh, anybody can be Rambo." Well, he was really mad at Rambo. I mean, there's more evil dudes out there for my dad to be angry about. The guy's short. It's 2:25. It's 2025. You ever look at the clock and see 2025? It's been happening to me for a year. That's at the Sprouts grocery store during the solar storm. And they don't even know that the solar storms can affect electronics. So the solar storm was happening and the machine wasn't working. And I don't know what, I think something was off. And we were waiting and she's apologizing. And I'm like, oh, you don't have to apologize. It's a sign from God. Huh? The air code said 2025. Huh? This guy here. When I talked about the perception that I have to cope with the reality of white supremacy fucking with me, this dude dropped me like a hot potato. That's the nature of the demon souls that insert themselves into the conspiracy movement. They can't handle any criticism of the real, and of course one of you would just leave. Take another look. Oh, it's just an angel. Oh, yeah. Ooh, I'll call her an angel in those booty shorts. Should I ask her out? It sure seemed like she came in front of my heavy bag, deliberately showing me the booty shorts. I don't know. It's a thought that came to mind. Then, of course, we are living in the crazy reality where the guy shows the hot chicks doing the crazy stuff at the gym, but what they're doing, we're not sure. But that was a social media influencer that he was showing. That was doing that thing on the barbell. Yeah, you can. The barbell. So I've never seen anything like that. Oh, but what I did see was like this really. I don't know what I was doing. This is Palo Alto. I've come to learn that sage is not always good. Palo Santo and frankincense is. I can't think, like I can eat. But I had intense stomach cramps today and I did not drink alcohol. But I can't recall, because I eat every day, why I did not eat today. Because I'm so jacked up, like on a drug or something. Like my friend was like, what is wrong with you? Because of these solar flares. So one person might be committing a crime, thing of this, and I might be like doing 12 hours of podcasts. In 20 years, today is the day in which I record more podcasts than any day. And because of whatever's ever going with the solar flares, I felt more confident, not that they'll come to the channel, trying to reach out to some of these young ones at Walmart and tell them how I see this world being a world that's screwing with all of us, that has some bad plans for them later if they're going to keep effing around and finding out with bad men. And give them kind of a sample of what I think's coming once this grid goes down. And so good men and women have values. What I've come to learn and the lessons in my life as well as what I've come to predict. And then somebody talked about wanting to hear more of those predictions. Drone wars in America. Human trafficking gangs versus each other. Bad men and women that have no morality, that just happen to be in human bodies. Versus people that are like survivors. I've talked to you recently this week about how I view. Is something happening to me? Oh, well, we're going to watch that Chosen Ones video later. You're not human anymore. But basically, I keep talking about how with that energy in April with the sun, a bunch of people were getting it on. And I wanted to have, for the first time, a child. Never went anywhere because I never met anyone, but I talked about it. I even insinuated in it to an email to somebody. Hey, if I was to have a child, this would be a nice school. And then she's looking at that going, hell no. Oh, you're thinking that? Uh-oh. He's trying to get... And then her bosses were spying on the transaction. Interdimensional 333. Haven't seen you before, but welcome. Seen Ace games with these type of pictures and names. I even know like what you are, who you are, where you are. Like that's very ninja. 2025 is a crossroad. Ah, yes. In a future episode, I've been planning this for a while. There's some sort of thing about Blavatsky, Bailey. Some of them having a prediction from 1925 about 2025. And then from there, I kept saying for months I was going to look at the videos from Tom Horn, who passed about 2025. And then something about the Essenes on a calendar, maybe a positive shift from 2025 to 2075. Okay, and then there's me repeating the mantras that women will get me in 50 years after I'm gone. Then say I'm hot and all that stuff I say. Whereas these ones, oh my gosh. Tucker Carlson was mauled by a demon, but truth be told, it was his dog. I got sick recently, so I don't know what's going on with that. So I guess we've all come to know that through media control, so we talked about the power of attention. They can manipulate people to be seemingly compassionate for a number of years about 9/11, other things like Alex Jones, others. And then they flip the switch and they gradually start changing the temperature of the water with the content. And so that whole time that happened from the transition to Bush to Obama, the content began to change. The narrative began to change. And then the transition from Obama to Trump again, it began to change again. And no longer questioning government, but oh, now Trump's going to save the day. However, I don't come across people that are that gung-ho right now. There's more nihilism. I've come to learn in this world that Portlanders are more into, and modern Americans, but not all, a form of nihilism when they should be maybe looking at Gnosticism. So if they're going, how can there be a God if this, that, and the other? When they understand Gnosticism, they can understand that the real creator is perceived in that understanding to be different than the one written about in the books. And that the book one is a representative of what if the Gnostics call the Yaldabaoth. There's a whole story about the demiurge. One interesting book on Gnosticism is by Samuel Y. Orr, which I found at the local library. It's the Pisces Sophia. And I read the whole Pisces Sophia for the purpose of the lessons of my life. Citing spiritual texts that have a history of use with many people that may really mean something, may help bring you something. So when I lived in that crazy nut house where the person died from the OD, I went through all that crap and started drinking again. I felt guided to do, and I left you guys. I left you on the side of the road at 4th and Burnside for 4 years. Poor guy was woken up back there. Maybe I should come here and grab my sleeping bag. I'm gonna go in the back. Yeah, they're way chiller here. Not that I'm inviting you over. Than any Denny's I've been in. I never went in any Denny's in Portland, Oregon, where I'm from, where I escaped. I cut through the ethno-state robot dog and went, no black people have ever assaulted me here. Portland, Oregon, different story. Different story. So I feel safer here. It's a different energy here. Portland has got bad energy. People think they're anti-racist. No, they're not. Portland, bad things happen to my friend at the hands of hoodlums, me. So I realized people are different in different areas, and there's more of a soul here. I don't remember people being nice to me there. And so I call the white people Nazis in Portland and say they're nicer here. They're just fat and ugly here. So they're going to be safer from the traffickers here because they like McDonald's too much. So I'll start reaching out the community at one point when I'm ready to talk about other issues that may be more pertinent that they'll understand. But I'm all over the map, so I give people a headache too much if I'm too in person. Oh shit. In person, I can't talk to people one on one too long, or I start, you know, getting them to run away and flee. I told you a story. I met that lady at Kroger who was like, "I'm so sick. I'm getting prepared." And I start talking to her, give her my card. You're getting prepared for what I talk about, huh? And I had her ear right next to the place where you get the little drugs, little white drugs, the fentanyl, from the dealer down the street. I'm kidding. And then I mentioned Candace Owens. He's running from me. He's running. Where are you running from? Then I mentioned Candace Owens and how Trump went on her show, be like, "I locked the jab. I locked the. You want the jab? I locked the jab." And Candace Owens was like, "Okay, well, anyways, tell us how QAnon is doing a good deal for you, Donald Trump. You're saving the children." No, she had that look like maybe that was staged. And then he had a lot of awkward moments with that person. Fed Smoker, the guy I showed a picture of, he drove through Pagosa Springs with the F Trump as a. What was he doing? He was baiting people out. He went from. Imagine a person who's a pro Trump guy, right? Someone stopped watching because I missed a joke. He was a pro Trump guy. And so he drove through Pagosa with the F Trump just to mess with people. I mean, that was one hell of a troll. I'm exhausted. I can't talk anymore. Out of 20 years, I've done the most content today. Let me see if I can count the hours. I'm not going to read any news now. There's a lot of crazy news. A lot of crazy news. A lot of really. I'm just going to wait till later to do that. That's the image that you clicked on for the video is an image that I think I'm using for my identifier website that I might make. Might as well tell you about it. I don't know. Jesus, take your meds. All right. Most people are kind to me when they take the time to watch my video. You ignoring this quality content is 100% schizophrenic. I have 2 books and have been on national radio. Your neo-Nazi ways of looking down on brown researchers is a staple topic. Which Nazi sent you to my channel? I won't say his name. Was it him? What do you do to expose human trafficking of women? I see you and your attempts to harass and harm via words is pathetic. And your world will be destroyed by God, and you will have to answer for all the people that you are hurting online, for all the people whose lives you harmed, you destroyed, you attempted to destroy. And so modern white men, in general, when they meet me, are neo-Nazis now. And the men that are white that are claiming to not be neo, oh, three of you just left. Well, then you're one of them, punk. And get ready for what comes next for you and your family. Okay, because people that are ignoring this stuff and like not getting it, like I compliment my audience a lot, but a lot of you like to play that game with that nice guys finish last and keep me out of this attitude of woman hate. Okay, and it's really difficult because I got to navigate harassment. You know what I mean? I got to navigate harassment. I'm a genius. And when you're a genius and you talk about intelligent topics, you can get hurt, you can get insulted, you can get beat up. Okay? And so I'm talking about the various complex things that happen during emotions. And having this perception was, God, geez, I watched the whole thing. Take your fucking meds. This is dangerous, folks. It's like, I wish some of you were there tonight talking in the chat and engaging. Why are so many of you nothing but energy vampires is what you're not answering the question about. So the biggest lesson in my life is nearly all of you are energy vamps. And I keep giving to you because I'm an output of energy. And as I give to you and I give to you and I give to you without you giving back, it still is going somewhere. God will pay me. But as individuals, you want everything for free. And that's something that I've learned here. And that by giving you everything for free and open up comments, you choose to insult me and berate me when the comments are open. Now, when the live comments are open, you're far more mannerful. But when the comments are open in the bottom of the feed, people like to like kick and stuff. You know what I mean? They're crazy. So any type of deep, deep knowledge about the sun, and my mother was this way. My mother retorted and went, nobody knows anything about the sun. So if you claim to know something about the sun, they will say, take your meds. And so the question is, how many people then from Diamond David at Oppenheimer Ranch, holy shit, I'm seeing it now, either hated me, worked behind the scenes to hurt me, had agendas to kill me, defame me, dox me, on and on. I talked about Dave in the other video. Like, what is wrong with these modern men that have an inability to go, he talked about this years ago, here are his videos, here's his playlist, dude's a fucking prophet. How many prophets are here? I don't know, but this is not normal. The amount of things that I've predicted that are happening now are not normal. And if God wasn't protecting me, I wouldn't be alive. All right? Now I can choose to leave the comments open, not leave the comments open, but this is what they're promoting on YouTube. Little girls doing that. So don't nobody tell me that I need to take my meds for knowing about the real reasons why people go through emotions. Plus, by having a DNA that's not inferior. And don't get me defensive saying I'm superior, but I'm not inferior to a person that's so dumbed down that they don't even know if there's a solar effect. Your world's dumbed down. I'm one of the most brilliant persons that ever walked the face of the fucking earth in your modern day. Okay, so what if I don't have a PhD? There are people with PhDs, don't talk to strangers. On the internet too? Well, that's what they do. The AI is trying to tell me. As far as people believing that you're mentally ill and schizoid, no, they're mentally ill because they're not competent enough to understand the words that I say. So they go, gosh, watch the whole video. Well, unsub now, demon. You know what I mean? Poor baby, poor baby. And the real reason, the lessons of my life, the real reasons people flee from me, we're up to 16148. The real reason some people will leave the comments open, but overnight they'll just be a bunch of dribble, is what I'm saying. You know what I mean? And so it's really important, though, for me to collect comments for my books. And they don't know that I'm maybe writing a book showing, like, they don't care. They don't, if you write a book. But it's very important for the people in the future to see the, sand inward comments. To see comments like, I wonder what side of the family that rat face is on. To see these different things. Man brutally attacked at LA restaurant. I had a vision of this happening today.
Want the effects of Viagra, but faster? Meet Rose Sparks. They contain
Okay, we're going to talk
sildenafil
more
and
about the news
tadalafil,
later.
but Sparks
but
dissolve under the tongue. Dissolvables work faster than old school pills. See if Sparks...
What are you doing? You're my man! You're attacking! Why are you...
Is this not?
While a woman's scream pierces through that establishment. What's the story behind it all? Let's go live to downtown LA where
Oh
Fox
my
11's
God,
Ed
I had a
Lascos
vision of
has a
this. Oh
story
my
for us
God,
tonight,
what's
Ed.
happening to me?
Scream pierces through that establishment. What's the story behind it all? Let's go live to downtown LA.
I was just talking to you about flash mobs and people rioting, and this dude called me a schizoid. Don't you get it? Like, there are people that are going to keep being... Look at the butt crack. Is that
a man left bruised and bloodied while a woman's scream pierces through that establishment.
Now, when you're with, okay, there's a bunch of good old boys there. It's LA. The demons are activated. Well,
what's the story behind it all? Let's go live to downtown LA where Fox 11's Ed Lascos.
We have a guy with lobes in his earrings that's doing the attacking. Okay, those people are very animalistic, the lobed earring folks. 461. Let's talk about the connection with the sun and wars, invasions, etc. So I hope people are starting to wake up from a lot of people resenting me for not being on the Grand Soar minimum worldview, for talking Soar maximum. I've been treated as a lesser than, and I've ultimately lived as an able-bodied person, homeless. The unfortunate criminal history of using heroin in 1999, becoming a felon, and the stigma of that. When I got fired from the restaurant world, I became more and more homeless. And so, like, people, like, have really abused my life story. You know what I mean? Me. And so, for those that are listening, my goal is to...
Story for us tonight, Ed.
My goal is to...
And lawlessness on that crazy video, I'll tell you, it all goes down New Year's Eve, just a couple of hours before the stroke of midnight.
I've seen a man beat up on New Year's Eve. But
in just a block.
It was a man that I knew in either rehab or jail, and he was black. And he was beat up by a white guy.
Walk away from Crypto Arena.
Homeless for maybe saying something.
Lakers game
walking by, and they just beat him.
It just ended, and then all of a sudden, the Palm restaurant explodes into this. Watch.
Hey! Let go! You're attacking him! You're attacking him! Let go of him!
Pain at the Palm. Violence at one of the high-end restaurants in downtown L.A.
Grabbed me from behind my neck, rushed me forward.
Oh, wow.
And pushed me into the booth. And next thing I know, I'm getting hit in my eye.
What happened?
Really, really hard. And bleeding everywhere, and I fall underneath the table.
He is the target of what he calls an unprovoked attack, an unrelenting attack.
You guys are attacking him! What are you doing? You're my man!
Pause. How would Gracie International handle this? Where's W? Hey, W. W. Okay, you grab one guy, and then you grab the other, and then you hop on this guy, and then you grab him like this, and then you grab him like that, and then you grab him like this. Like, wouldn't they have punching at an MMA? Well, yeah. Then why were you not going to be hitting the punching bag? No comment. Supremacy. You got to be careful with the influence of white supremacy in MMA. There's no replacement for the knockout punch.
I'm in a lot of pain.
The knockout punch is what you need to drop each one of these demons, and then you stomp on his head. And then you make sure if they've got girlfriends, and then as you twist it, give them a wink and a kiss.
On my body, and especially on my face, I have fractures throughout my whole, around my eye. All around my eye, my cheek.
And feeling lucky to even still be alive after several men start swinging away, pounding away.
Oh my God, I didn't know.
Was it a discussion?
There was 4 people beating up on me.
You didn't even know that's how fast it happens.
I had no idea.
I never meant to say my friend got beat up by black shit that was weak. No. He took on more than he can chew. He didn't tell him the situation. Okay? He beat plenty of them up. What I'm saying is he fought wars in nightclubs by himself.
I just knew I was getting hit a lot of times.
This cell phone video shows some of the men now targets themselves of an active LAPD investigation.
Who are these? W. No.
Indeed, in this video,
Look at these Muslims, man. Fuck, man. God. Go back to Mexico, dude. Seriously, bro. Go back to Mexico. Donald Trump. Donald Trump. Blue Lives Matter.
and by this witness.
That was a joke for someone that's just listening to the audio. He's not Mexican at all.
He was out of control.
Okay, pause. She's indicating spirituality with her bracelet. Doesn't mean that everybody is spiritual. But the first thing that I see is a bracelet. And I see some rings. We see then the pants. We see the tear. Not necessarily, she's older, sounding above 36 or 37.
With the whiskey glass bashing my husband over the head for what
Husband?
reason? There was no reason for him to. This is why it was so vicious.
Oh my God. Why did they do this to him? I want answers from my audience. None of you know anything that you have ever tried to claim about violence increasing and animalism. Not one of you has ever really contacted me to thank me about what I've shown you. And when I talk like this, you just stop watching like you're a little whore. Just like your mom. You know what I'm saying, punk? Yeah, I'm talking to you. Yeah, you. Yeah, the guy that's hearing this. What's your deal? I gave you hours and hours of content and you can't even talk to me when I'm potentially facing homelessness. What makes you different than these thugs? Yeah, leave. You need to listen to lectures like this so you learn how to argue with people, dumbass. I'm a genius. Your inability to access higher DNA isn't my problem. And it's your mistake, but it won't be your last.
None of them.
You need to get with the program, bub. You need to be warned by suspicious observers. Donald Trump, Alex Jones, every single supposed popular black and white man on social media that is a king now. Okay, they should be warning you about what's happening and why I'm a peasant and a nobody. Okay? This is horrifying. And the types of visions that I have happening to women are things that I cannot mention here, will not. And yet what's going on with those women here, you're nothing, you're nobody. What's going on with the women in the audience that are game players? You know what I mean? Women that might be available, that are close to my age and not married. What is the deal? You know what I mean? And so do they have, by the way, any particular, she's got a bracelet things going. She has emotion.
Should have attacked, but that man, especially who's outside of the, what is he doing? They just wanted to attack.
She's the victim's wife, now worried for her own safety after what happened right on New Year's Eve. A night of celebrating turned into a night of chaos.
It's not going to happen, but I wrote a letter to the A-man and said I would avenge him. And he never talked to me again. Something happened where his friends turned on him. And I just said, bro, I need you to tell me that you're more angelic leaning in how you save people. And here's the magical battle blur in his Tamim Ansary's book. Here's Psychic Self-Defense by Dion Fortune. Here's a knife. Here's some incense. Here's some sage. Here's another gift. Here's a t-shirt. And end of communication. Wow, what a guy.
Are you okay? I can't see out of my left eye.
The victim now just barely.
Jesus Christ. Oh my God. I made the biggest mistake of my life announcing that I could fight. Of all the things that I ignored the A-man about, he didn't authorize me to do what I've been doing with this, look at what I can do. And then Steve Hoka attacked me. If you don't know what things are about skin color, you're a demon. My life has been about skin color. Are you another of his people who's here to influence me to shut down the comments? Do you have any idea what my life story is? How long have you been watching me? What planet are you on? Tell me about your suffering, how long you've been homeless because of your heritage, boy. Tell me your demographic data, Game Boy. Tell me what you talk about on your channel, not about skin tone. Plenty of things that happen in this world are about skin tone. 2 white people, 2 black people. What planet are you on? You know what I mean? What type of craziness are you smoking? This is the type of dribble. This is not communication. This is denying God and God's children. This is covering for demon scum. If you thought I was intelligent, Why do you think I'm an idiot now? Why don't any of you learn from me? Why are all of you arguers all the time? You act like you know so much. You're so intelligent. You understand everything, right? You understand the Matrix. You understand my life story. You understand the times I've been punched in the head for what I am. It's not about skin color. Why do you do these things? How do you get pleasure from derailing a whole program and presentation? Don't you realize this is why the comment section is shut down? So you focus on exactly. You're preparing for that. You're them. Oh, wow. What is this? Well. You're part of the Fantasy to Invade America game. Whoa, folks. Check.
Welcome. I'm sure many people watching this video have got a vague memory of playing this game.
You fantasize about war and stuff and devastation. You don't care about human trafficking. It's not about skin tone. Then you fantasize about wars where people are killed over skin tone. Tell us what else you think about reality. We'll listen. God doesn't exist. Is that it? Afghan lives obviously don't matter, do they? 9/11 wasn't an inside job. Not about skin color. They just did 9/11 to, for the oil. And see, the thing is, so many of you in this world are so white supremacist, so Nazi, that you can't even argue your insanity. You just want me to be another one of you demons, don't you? Isn't it cute? And that's the real reason you let me starve. I don't even have money to eat because of you neo-Nazis. You sit there with $2,000 a month apartments while I don't even have money to fucking eat. And you have the gall to get in my face and sit in my audience. It's because of people like you I fucking leave for years at a time. And you fuck everything up and you don't say sorry. You don't correct it because you're not sorry. You're a vampire punk who can't fight, who doesn't teach people how to hit the heavy bag, who's not against the human trafficking of your own race of women. You're a demon. And when people like you have these wars, women are going to suffer. And you're going to suffer for whatever you're planning, punk. You're nothing. Anybody listening to this? No, you're not. You think I'm an idiot. What is this?
It's all coming back to me. Memory.
Who are you?
Yeah, so
people need to see this in case he's trying to kill me.
I got one vague memory, and I believe it's this.
You got anything to say, punk? You got to say, punk? It's not about skin color.
Here.
Not about skin color. They didn't beat him up because he's white. They didn't rape him because he's white.
Legion of tanks.
They didn't beat him up because he's black.
To destroy.
I mean, seriously, interdimensional 3 already have Alpha Planet. He's like, fuck this.
I sent one
so many of you will come in like internet junkies thinking like I'm one of you.
All these tanks, I just blasted the bridge.
Interesting.
That's my memory. That's why I'm calling this the best map ever.
Well, your voice sounds nice, but you haven't repented yet of being a dumbass.
Battles. I think that was the only
so
one
can't be that nice.
Remember, even though I played many.
What do you know about self-defense?
Anyway, you'll probably come back to me.
What do you about exposing anti-white racism?
As a tester, just to warm up, see how this game goes.
Why don't you show?
Let's go for it. Launching the game now. If you want to know how to play this game,
interesting. Let's take a look.
And I'll post you how to.
Yes, sir.
Play this.
Construction options.
How to get
you sound innocent.
You know where to get. You got to play off Origin, but I can put.
Oh, here we go.
If you really want to know.
The first thing I was thinking is, are you one of
everything? How do you play online? And there's a massive community.
Okay, are you psychic?
Construction complete.
No. Okay, pause. Sometimes it's not about skin tone. It is about spirituality. That's what I want you to understand, that I hear your viewpoint on that level. But many things will be in the future. And there is a mind control force to say that this is not the future. Now, what is that? Are you invading off-gridders? Oh, how cute. You're invading homesteaders that are just trying to protect their daughters. And you're coming with China and Russia to get the eggs. Oh, wow, what a man. What a man. What a burly man. What a mighty burly man. And you can't even defend yourself because we got you. So are you in Russia? Interesting. Fascinating. This video is destined to have 1 trillion likes. Tonight, I become a star. Why? Because God says, more women that won't let you starve and will. In the audience, in the past, women donated when I saved their lives with information. Nowadays, the women that watch my channel think I'm the ultimate expletive of the races. And if you're too psychic and you lay down, you'll just be a party pooper. When I'm actually the ultimate party machine if someone's nice to me. Speak English? Ollie, how about some pot? Because that's really all I want. But no one will help me here. No one will help me get pot. And that makes me angrier as the solar flares rise and rise. I become the Hulk. Don't make me angry. You people keeping your pot to yourself. You're not going to like me when I start rioting. And that, marijuana is medicine. Me not having to have marijuana makes me want to break shit.
You are victorious.
That's simple. And cops that put people in jail for marijuana, they deserve to reincarnate. Now, this is, are you part of the 2045 strike force in America after the Dajjal arrives by chance? No comment. All right. Are we live? We're live. Okay. Ooh. Okay, I'm tired of this game. Uh-oh, he's a reptilian. I knew it. Oh, shit. So, God, there's a demon that farted in here. Okay, oh, shit, a stink just went off. Do that again. Fart again, demon. A demon farted through my computer.
Odd.
You ever get a dog fart through the computer?
Let's go for it.
See, maybe I like pretending like I'm schizophrenic because I'm having a blast. This is a fucking homes. What the fuck? You know what I think about? Is this Alaska?
Construction complete.
Oh, I get it. There'll be the ethno-state zone with like the nice homes and the off-grid. Then the hybridized aliens will come in the form of your favorite, And they'll be like, oh, so unsexy. So, you ever seen V, the miniseries? Okay, where's the Fallout, like, RAPE cartoons? Like, after this happens, it's all RIPE cartoons. You know that, right? So when you're done watching this, what other websites you go to? Okay, we've done enough. We've done enough. I just wanted you to retort back and go, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it, but you didn't say that. So you're just being quiet. So it's time to get out the pendulum and figure out who you are. Let's see. Let's get out the map of the Earth. Okay. Let's see. I'm kidding, bro. Is this person one of them? I've seen your comment before. Like, Okay, Pendulum says you're innocent. The question is, okay, I'm coming over. We're gonna have a drink alcohol? Good, because I'm out. I'm right here. Look outside. Hi. God, there's a, whoa, what is that? That's impossible, bro. That's impossible. But wait, what if something can manifest through the screen, then come in and fart? That's a sign of like a really bad smell. It's like a smell of an entity running around. Anyways, I'm glad you're learning. If you know anything about, are these innocent, benign games, or what? Where are these? Oh wait, where are you going in these games? Command and Conquer. Command and Conquer. Oh, geez. But then the cover picture looks scary. You know, I'm scared. Live. You have. Oh, and then we have this. Survive the Nights. So it's a variety of games. Grand Theft Auto online. We talked about that. Well, you're not hitting anybody, are you? Like running them over with your vehicle. Command and Conquer, Red Alert. Rust Zombie Apocalypse. On and on. World War Z. That's what I want to see. Tell me about the world.
Switch off now. to load up supply.
Okay, yeah, there's going to be a lot of gang rape in this situation. Yeah. So unfortunately, this is not something that you want to be a part of. This world of, oh, I can't wait till this happens. Oh, I can't wait till this happens. That's pretty bad, bro. And you listen to me, well, maybe it's time I quit YouTube. Because what I'm getting from the comments and whatnot is, there'll be nobody home. You know that song from Pink Floyd?
The big guy going up.
I'm coming back. Did Arnetta save you?
Yeah.
She's always there for us.
Good old Arnetta.
Looking for women without good men. And with the source flares are super active, you know your libido, if you've been learning from me, is going to be exploding. It'll just be like... And so don't tell me that when you run around with your guns, and you probably got a lot, that you're not going to be privy to opportunities to take. The Antichrist, according to Leon's vision, is going to say, among all things, take for yourself. Eat, eat, eat. These videos and these adult videos are preparing you for what's to come. Murdering and demanding their daughters and their flesh. Just like that.
Oh, we got machine.
Just like that. In seconds, everybody murdered.
Wow, look at that. I wonder if I just...
I don't even know what that's like. So, you know, to be honest with you, you're by not talking to me, you're influencing me to maybe quit my show, man. Because I did not sign up for this shit. You know what I mean? I am appalled that people like you watch me. You know what I mean? That are denying white supremacy, that are training yourself with guns. This is hardcore, man. Like, what's wrong with you? You know what I mean? Are the people understanding what's going on? We're just going to move on. To me, you are a card-carrying demon. If you're part of this, like, there is no racism, while you actually engage in fantasies about destroying, raping, and pillaging, when people, that's horrifying. You think God's going to allow you to, he wants you to stop and private your channel. Why are you promoting this stuff? Why are you doing this to people?
Able to even open up his left eye. His white formal shirt, now a blood-stained reminder of what happened at the Palm restaurant. It's now closed, out of business as of the 1st.
I'm
All
talking
this
about
just a
psychic
block away.
phenomena in this video. And I'm on like a point, and the comment comes in not about skin tone, from someone who's spending all day long doing something more hideous than what they were doing in the video. Like, they're at least using their hands. You're running up on people, calling them zombies, part of the zombie apocalypse response team, whatever, and just blasting them away. Punk, you don't show your face, you can't box, you hate exercise, you hate my having back videos. What type of human have you become from the Fukushima radiation?
My husband over the head. For what reason? There was no reason for him to. This is why it was so vicious. None of them should have attacked, but that man especially, he was outside of the... What is he doing? They just wanted to attack.
She's the victim's wife, now worried for her own safety after what happened right on New Year's Eve. A night of celebrating turned into a night of chaos.
Are you okay? I can't see out of my left eye.
The victim now just barely able to even open up his left eye. His white formal shirt, now a
What is his heritage?
blood-stained reminder of what
And what was their heritage?
happened at the Palm restaurant. It's now closed, out of business.
And what's the heritage of the person dying that racism exists, black or white?
As of the 1st.
Refuses to comment.
All this just a block away from Crypto Arena, the very last place you'd expect.
This is definitely menace to society. It's like Gotham in Los Angeles. And we need some justice.
Gotham in Los Angeles.
It's happening during the storm acts.
She says, only here there is no Batman, but the victim hoping there is a new crime crusader now in office.
Nathan Hochman or the DA or someone will take some interest in this case so it can get some traction, because I'm born and raised in LA. I've never seen so much lawlessness in my life.
Now live,
It's like Gotham in Los Angeles. And we need some justice.
Gotham in Los Angeles, she says. Only here there is no Batman, but the victim hoping there is a new crime crusader now in office.
Nathan Hochman.
If you were maybe an observer of that situation, Is it possible that you would be able to summon the power of Jesus Christ? I'm asking you. Yeah, you. You sitting there all wet, sitting there looking good and all honey. Yeah, you. You think you and maybe you're a giant would be able to step in and maybe do something about the situation? You think maybe you and your friend there might be, paying attention to, say, sore flares and people being like harmed? You think maybe a can of bear spray and maybe a little, might, assist in neutralizing the threat, right? No? Uh-uh. But I understand going, oh, this is too much. And if I was thinking, if I was in a situation on a date and a bunch of people went in, like say 8 or 9, with a beautiful person, and they come in and they shut the door and they begin to rape and beat, right? And that's what I'm seeing. Could have happened tonight, but this is a very real thing. It's 3:10. How long have I been live? All right. And I had a nice day today. The lessons of my life. Women are way more receptive to the truth when there's solar flares. All right. Women are way more. So we had 2 comments tonight, 3 comments. And one may not be totally trolly, but kind of totally distracted, but yet didn't assert. So it's like any type of comment opening, it's going to result in issues. Illegal pot farm mass murder. Okay, what happened is there's a ton of murder happening and it's not all being reported. You know what I mean? Woman shot in terror attack, share story. Fury and Jen sent arrows of affliction with their gaze, targeting gaps and currents at night. Oh, this should upset the Ace Warrior. Ace Gamer, is that it?
The button below. The family reach, then they're inspired also to come into the lifeboat. But Shaitan plays with everybody to get out of the lifeboat, the people you want, and then inspires other people to try to ruin your lifeboat by putting too many people. Then you become like those immigrants who crossed the channel and they had 500 people on a raft for 10. So that's an intention to make it to sink. So right now we're in a situation that try to carry what you can, try to feed whom you're responsible for, put the provision for whom you're responsible for, protection for whom you're responsible for, believe in what you can believe, and to the highest extent of your belief and your ta'weezes and your teachings, and raise your children in that belief. If you start to go out,
in the future there will be large cities where people beat people to death, and they will use cell phones and drones to coordinate their victims.
And begin to attack everything you believe, and you pretty much will flatten and sink your own boat. Or they try to come close to you thinking everything has a aramesh, has a calmness around you, and they want to come closer to you and bring havoc and tornadoes. So it's about preservation, whom you're responsible for, preserve and close off and shield. Worry about yourself, your children and those whom you're responsible for. And the rest is in Allah's hands whom He wants to guide. And whom is written for Sayyidina Mahdi salam. If they're not written for Sayyidina Mahdi salam, we're really not interested. It's going to be a waste of time. So what's coming is coming so severe and so difficult. If it's not written for them to be with Sayyidina Mahdi salam, what are you going to do with it? You waste your time. It's a waste of time because people sit and in the end they walk away. So whom is destined to be with Sayyidina Mahdi alayhi salam, then inshaAllah Allah will put into their heart to come strong and to believe strong and to practice strong, because it's about to get pretty dirty. So that's important. Just going around and like we used to do in our dawah training is not going to work anymore. You talk to this one, talk to that one, we don't want to talk to anyone. if Allah's not putting in their heart that they're going to be with Sayyidina Mahdi salam, that they're not sincere in the core of their being to try to eagerly learn, because that's the love from the heart that Allah gives, that they have an immense love and they have
I'm just gonna take a break. I can't really follow that right now, all of it. But I feel like I'm exhausted. This place is dead, which is good, but um, the ener- ooh, the energy is dead. Sister Christian, test, 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 test. Yeah, plain see through realities over this music isn't gonna work. So I have the book World War Z, and it's basically a zombie movie. Um, so yeah. Oh wow. Hey, look at this. Wow, this is spiritual. Tennessee couples
Throw out the white bread
intuition.
and eat the
So
bread.
listen to this. This is another example of psychic intuition being recognized by the mainstream media. Let me guess, they're not my heritage. And yet, they're on the news. So they're going to be one of the what, right? But they're not going to feature certain. You'll never see somebody like me being featured. Well, maybe. Anyway, we'll watch it.
Brown rice. That's the best way to lose weight and reduce inflammation and lower your blood sugar levels and balance.
We're learning more details about the victims and survivors of the deadly attack in New Orleans on Wednesday. A Nashville couple was on Bourbon Street just hours before a truck drove through a crowd, killing at least 14 people. That couple is now speaking out about their experience during the attack and why they believe God told them to leave early. Karen Aguilar has more from our sister state. Told them to leave early. Karen Aguilar, God told them to leave early. Why they believe God told them to leave early.
So we're at a point now where on the news, wherever this is, they will feature someone on the news if it's an event like this, if they say that God will lead them to leave early. But would they recognize someone said, God said, tell the whole world for 20 years, this is going to happen, this is going to happen, this is going to happen, this is going to happen. Do you realize the world really does have a bias against telling the truth? And this might just be fluff. Still, the fact of the terror attack, they're not using their spidey senses. So look at what's really this is all about.
Karen Aguilar has more from our sister station in Nashville.
That's couple Emily and Tony Garman walking down Bourbon Street on New Year's Eve before chaos erupted. They live in Nashville and Georgia. Coming to New Orleans, killing several and hurting dozens on Bourbon Street. The two waking up in New Orleans to the grim news.
It felt in my heart like it dropped. Like that was such a close call that we could have been there.
The community around them coming to terms with what the FBI called a terrorist attack.
That was
You could be psychic and be white. Screenshot. It's not about skin tone. Yes, it is, demon. People are obsessed with white people and whatever she is adopting his whiteness. Being the only ones that are seers. You see this a lot with James Gillen. This is the depiction in a lot of red. We're very reminiscent of the Trump hat. So this actually fits into a mold and an image of the tall, white, supposed superior Nordics. So they must have been, so why would they be told to get out? Well, if they're Nordics and they're alien hybrids and they're meant to be preserved for what's coming, they would be told to get out not by God, but by the demons protecting them, but killing innocent people, because this is how it works. There really are demons out there that will protect certain people. For a while, I thought the demons were protecting or are protecting a guy named Chris Green, as far as now he fires. Different story. You know, everything's just burning, but we're so protected, yet you've done so much evil. So I'm wondering what's going on. Booyah. See what I'm saying? Oh, the makeup, the look, it just goes on and on.
Such a close call that we could have been there.
The community around them coming to terms with what the FBI called a terrorist attack.
When we face evil.
Oh, so now evil exists. Oh, screenshot. So as a white woman, you can't talk about evil. And sure, these people in this room would believe that Afghan lives matter. Larger screenshot. They all would be like, oh yeah, bro, we totally question 911. We totally know the truth. We totally have empathy for you. Oh, this lady would totally take my card. And you know, this guy would totally go, yeah. We did have an 9/11 truth movement. Yeah. Then we turned them a bunch of gamers. Yep. Then we got this guy who's like, you know what, please, bro, you've been here a long time. Please don't talk to me. Okay. And then we got this guy who's like, you know what? They don't even know what I'm gonna about. They don't even know I did it. A little bit. They don't even know what me. Yeah, baby. There you go. So that looks romantic. And then you got this guy. He's looking like, you know. There we go. Does that make you happy? That your funny bone? I've had enough of this. I've had enough. You know what? It's time to go. Thank you for watching. See how tired I am? I have headphones on. I haven't listened to Sufi Realities for a couple minutes. I was listening to the news. I am tired. There's a donation link down below. Currently, no one's using it. And the last major donation this month on the regular was about $15 from Madonna Sumner something. Familiar name. Maybe I knew the person from Facebook. So I appreciate that. It was $15. But it's been a long, long time since people were like, you're high dollars. So I hope people understand that just being able to talk quickly and intelligently during solar flares isn't schizophrenia. You know, I'm always going to be berated. I'm always going to be called rat face. I'm always going to be called hater, racist myself, anti-white for talking about being assaulted, being short, and looking ugly to a lot of people. Have a nice night. Very few of you to none of you emailed me from the last day. So get ready for future videos with lots of you statements. You